Once upon a time, in a faraway village nestled amidst lush green hills, there lived a kind-hearted man named Siddhartha. Siddhartha was known throughout the village for his compassion and generosity. He would often be found helping his neighbors, caring for stray animals, and sharing whatever little he had with those in need. One sunny morning, as Siddhartha was tending to his garden, he noticed a hungry stray dog limping along the path. Without hesitation, he fetched some leftover rice and gently placed it in front of the dog. The grateful dog wagged its tail and devoured the meal with delight. As Siddhartha continued his gardening, his neighbor Amara approached him with a puzzled look on her face. "Siddhartha," she asked, "why do you always help others, even when you have so little for yourself? Don't you worry that bad things will happen to you because of your kindness?" Siddhartha smiled warmly at Amara and said, "Amara, I believe in the law of karma. It teaches us that our actions, both good and bad, have consequences. When we do good deeds with a pure heart, it creates positive energy in the universe. This positive energy, in turn, returns to us in unexpected ways." Amara was intrigued but still had doubts. "But Siddhartha, I've seen good people suffer while those who do harm seem to prosper. How can you explain that?" Siddhartha paused for a moment, then began to share a story that had been passed down through generations in their village, a story that explained the concept of karma in simple terms. Once upon a time, in a bustling market town not far from Siddhartha's village, there lived a humble fruit seller named Ramu. Ramu was renowned for his honesty and fairness. He sold the juiciest fruits at the most reasonable prices. His customers loved him, and he had many regulars who would visit his stall daily. One sweltering summer, a wealthy merchant named Rajesh came to the market. He was known far and wide for his cunning ways and had earned a reputation for deceiving others to make a profit. Rajesh had heard of Ramu's popularity and decided to set up a fruit stall right next to him. At first, Rajesh's prices were slightly lower than Ramu's, and people flocked to his stall. Ramu, however, didn't fret. He knew that quality and honesty would prevail in the long run. He continued to serve his customers with a smile, never compromising on the freshness of his fruits. As the days turned into weeks, Rajesh's true nature became evident. He began mixing rotten fruits with the good ones, overcharging customers, and using deceptive tactics to gain an upper hand. Ramu's loyal customers soon realized the difference between the two sellers and returned to his stall. One day, a young boy named Ravi approached Ramu's stall. He was holding a handful of coins, just enough to buy some fruit. Ramu noticed the boy's hungry eyes and selected the ripest, sweetest mango for him. He handed it to Ravi with a warm smile. Moved by Ramu's kindness, Ravi decided to stay and help him with his stall after school. Ramu gladly accepted, and the two of them formed a deep bond over time. Meanwhile, Rajesh's dishonesty caught up with him. His customers grew tired of his tricks and stopped buying from him. Frustrated, Rajesh packed his stall one evening and left the market town, never to return. Years passed, and Ravi continued to assist Ramu. He learned the art of fruit selling and the values of honesty and kindness. As Ravi grew older, Ramu decided to retire and handed his stall over to Ravi, who continued to uphold the principles of fairness and quality. One day, a traveler passing through the market town stopped at Ravi's stall. He marveled at the delicious fruits and Ravi's honesty. The traveler turned out to be a wealthy merchant from a distant city. Impressed by Ravi's character, he offered to buy fruits from him regularly and even helped expand Ravi's business. Ravi's fruit stall prospered beyond his wildest dreams. He became known not only for his fruits but also for his integrity. He shared his wealth with those in need, just as Ramu had taught him. Ravi's life was filled with contentment and happiness, and he continued to spread kindness wherever he went. Siddhartha concluded the story and turned to Amara with a gentle smile. Amara, the story of Ramu and Ravi illustrates the law of karma. While it may seem that bad things happen to good people in the short term, in the long run, our actions shape our destiny. Ramu's kindness and honesty created a positive energy that eventually led to his prosperity through Ravi. On the other hand, Rajesh's deceitful ways brought about his downfall. Amara nodded, her doubts fading away. She realized that kindness and goodness might face challenges, but they ultimately lead to a better and more fulfilling life. Siddhartha's wisdom had touched her heart, and she, too, decided to embrace the law of karma, just like Ramu and Ravi had. From that day forward, Amara, Siddhartha, and the entire village continued to believe in the power of good deeds and the law of karma, knowing that, in the end, kindness would always prevail. And so, in the quiet village nestled amidst the green hills, the spirit of compassion and the understanding of karma lived on, reminding everyone that goodness, no matter the challenges it faced, would always find its way back, bringing happiness and fulfillment to those who practiced it. In the years that followed, the village thrived in harmony, guided by the wisdom of karma. Siddhartha's simple story of Ramu and Ravi had a profound impact on everyone who heard it. They began to see the world through a new lens, one that emphasized the importance of their actions and intentions. Amara, inspired by Siddhartha's words, decided to dedicate herself to helping others. She started by volunteering at the village orphanage, where she spent her time teaching and caring for the children who had no one else to look after them. Over time, her compassion and dedication made a significant difference in the lives of these young ones, who grew up to be kind-hearted individuals themselves. As the seasons changed and the years passed, the village continued to prosper, not only in material wealth but also in the wealth of goodwill and kindness. The villagers understood that the law of karma was not about instant gratification but about sowing the seeds of goodness that would eventually bear fruit. One day, a drought descended upon the village, causing crops to wither and streams to dry up. The villagers faced a severe shortage of food and water. This challenging time tested their belief in karma, as they wondered why such a hardship had befallen them. Siddhartha, ever the beacon of wisdom, gathered the villagers and reminded them of the story of Ramu and Ravi. He said, "My dear friends, even in times of difficulty, our actions matter. Let us come together as a community and help one another. By sharing what we have, we can create positive energy that will, in due time, bring relief to our village." The villagers took Siddhartha's words to heart. They shared their meager resources, rationing their food and sharing water. Neighbors helped one another, and the sense of unity grew stronger with each passing day. As they worked together to overcome the drought, a miraculous thing happened. A nearby village, blessed with an abundance of water, sent a messenger with barrels of fresh water and sacks of rice to aid their drought-stricken neighbors. The villagers were overwhelmed with gratitude and knew that their collective kindness had brought about this unexpected help. The rains finally returned to the village, and their crops flourished once more. The drought had been a test of their faith in karma, and they had emerged stronger and more united than ever before. The village continued to prosper, and the belief in karma deepened, becoming an integral part of their lives. Siddhartha grew older, and his teachings continued to inspire the generations that followed. His words had created a legacy of kindness, compassion, and the understanding that the law of karma was not just a philosophy but a guiding principle for a fulfilling life. The story of Ramu and Ravi became a cherished tale in the village, passed down from parents to children as a reminder of the power of goodness. It was a story of hope and resilience, of how even in the face of adversity, acts of kindness could shape one's destiny for the better. And so, the village thrived not only in material wealth but in the richness of their hearts. They knew that by sowing seeds of kindness, they were creating a future filled with abundance, happiness, and a deep sense of purpose. In the end, the village of Siddhartha remained a shining example of how the law of karma, with its simple yet profound wisdom, could transform not only individuals but entire communities, making the world a better place one act of kindness at a time. The tale of Ramu and Ravi teaches us that in the garden of life, the seeds of kindness and honesty, when sown with patience and perseverance, blossom into a harvest of prosperity and joy. The law of karma reminds us that our actions, no matter how small, shape our destiny and influence the world around us. Through compassion and goodwill, we can weather life's storms, overcome challenges, and cultivate a future filled with abundance and fulfillment.